And three of them were going, oh, but my die, oh, my die. I don't know how many times they said it. And that's what I'm talking about, being saturated. The whole thing is saturated. But you see, I'm not angry that it's saturated. I'm just saying that it's saturated. And you know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to go into the same deal I was talking about on my last video. But just to highlight that, some people think that you're supposed to wear a well-earned shirt, apparently, when you make a YouTube video. Well, I'm not. So what? I mean, come on. Will it matter when you're dead, whether you've worn an orange shirt or not? Nothing will matter. Anyway, this morning, I'll tell you what matters. Well, it wasn't just this morning. On Friday, I went to the ATM to make a withdrawal with my card. And I got a message, something to the, it said something like, your the chip and pin card cannot be accessed or used. Contact your bank. I said, what the hell is this? So that was Friday, and it always happens. These things always happen on a Friday. You know what I mean? When the banks are closed. So all through the weekend, I've been using the cardless ATM, using your phone. I find that cumbersome. I do. I just find that cumbersome. I'd rather use the card. It's a lot more streamlined. But anyway, this morning I went to, on the way home from picking Harry up from school, I went to Polita, one of the leading petroleum companies here in Thailand. I went to one of the gas stations to get some gasoline, and I knew that I wouldn't be able to pay with my card because I got that message to say it wasn't working. So I went to pay with my phone while they were, but you know what I did? I went to pay with my phone and it just kept hanging. I went into the app and it just kept hanging. It wouldn't access my account. And I said, holy shit, what the hell is going on? So to play for time, I handed them my card knowing it wasn't going to go through. And three of them, you see, I was sitting in the car. They were standing outside at the scanning machine or whatever it was. And three of them were going, oh, but my die, oh, my die. I don't know how many times they said it. But they couldn't access it. In that time, I was able to power off my phone, power it back up again, and lo and behold, I could access my account to scan. Because what was going through my mind, if I hadn't been able to access my account through my phone and the card wasn't working, what were my options? Park the car in the gas station, give them my driver's license, walk back home. I've cash at home, so walk back home, get the cash and walk back again. Things were going through my mind. Because of the scaremongering that's going on about, bank accounts being frozen and stuff like that. I said, your card doesn't work on a Friday, okay? So your card is defunct. It's bollocksed. And then on the Monday, when you go to use the scan, it just hangs. Literally just hangs. It just didn't do anything. And I tried it multiple times before I actually got the idea to power it off. And I'm going to the bank to get a new card. And YouTube is saturated. It really is. I've been watching some creators over the years, and I've noticed that their views are going down. Because I tell you what my theory is. Number one, they're older like me, and the younger generation are doing different things, and my audience is 55 plus, more or less. I know there's younger people, but the majority. So 55 plus in 5 years from now, including myself, I mightn't be here. So the saturation on YouTube in Thailand pertains to the likes of me, who've been doing videos for a good few years, And I would say, I'd say for me, not about the same thing. I do have another channel, and I was criticised because I was saying that other fellas are putting up repetitive videos, and my other channel is repetitive. I'll just say that I never said that other channel wasn't repetitive. The whole idea was repetition for that channel. And I was getting millions of views in the early days before COVID, but now it's not. For whatever reason, it fizzled out. There you go. Fizzled out. Anyway, let's go to the bank and see if they're going to charge me. Oh, I forgot my passport. I need my fucking passport to do this. I mean, I have the bank card, I have my driver's license, I have my phone with the app on it, but oh no. And proof of my identity that I can access my account on my phone. But oh no, you need the passport. So, just have to get a new card. What they did was they tried to clean the chip. Well, they didn't try, they cleaned the chip with alcohol. That's what I should have done. Because apparently it picks up dust and whatever in your pocket. It never used to happen in Ireland. That never used to happen. This is about the third or fourth time that's happened here in Thailand. Anyway, so they said go out to the ATM and try it again. So that's what I did, and it still didn't work. So went and got a new one. But to get a new one, I needed my bank book and my passport and 100 baht. But the staff were more than helpful. And I can tell you, one of the things I'm trying to, I haven't tried to point it out, but I'll just tell you how important it is to have an ATM card and not just rely on your phone. The phone provides, the phone provides great convenience for scanning and things like that. But I can't talk about all banking applications in Thailand. I'm just saying, from time to time, and the bank that I bank with is one of the best banks in Thailand, one of the best banks in the world that I've ever dealt with, and still are. And the service I got in there this morning was top notch. But sometimes when I'm out late at night and I try to scan, it says service is temporarily unavailable, which means you have to rely on your bank card. And my Thai wife is consistently telling me to relinquish my dependency on my ATM card. In other words, don't have one, because you're charged annually. I think it's 200 baht per year. I think that's what it is. Same everywhere really, isn't it? And there's no need because I can use my phone. But if the phone app doesn't work, which periodically it doesn't, like it didn't this morning, I had to power off the phone and start it again. But if that doesn't work, then you're left high and dry. It's really, you really need to have both. What will I do now? I don't know. Go for a walk. That's what I'll do. I don't have to do anything else until 12:30. It's a Monday morning. Life is good in Thailand. Look at these imported British cars. This is just a side note. That's a Volkswagen Jetta, I think. And that's a UK. That's a Volkswagen Jetta, I think. That's a UK registration. N something P. That's a UK registration underneath the Thai one. I don't see it repeated, but it's not the first time I've seen a car parked in this showroom. They're all imported, of course, but that's directly imported from the UK. Is it a Scirocco? I think it is a Scirocco. G60. Correct me if I'm wrong. It looks like a... Jeez, if it is a Scirocco, my God, look at that. Classic example. Wherever it was in the UK, it must have been stored in a garage, because there isn't a speck on it, apart from the dirt. But you know what I mean? These are all imported. We can have a look inside if they let us. Is there just looking for something to do today? We're talking about YouTube being saturated, but it doesn't have to be all about that. I don't think they'd be too enamoured, would they? I don't know. So let's keep walking and talking for the sake of it. Just for the sake of it. I've nothing else to do. Nothing else productive to do until 12:30. I've got something else to do then. So what do you think? Do you think YouTube is saturated? I mean, you have to be honest. You have to be honest. I mean, you're watching this video. Do my videos fall under that category of the same old shit? And you see, I'm holding my hand up. I have a channel called The Big Picture Al Panorama, and you could say that's the same old shit. But I thought it was quite different. I think it's repetitive, yes, but that's the whole nature of the beast. McDonald's sell hamburgers every single day. Cheeseburgers, Big Macs, every single day. Repetition, and they're successful. You can be successful on repetition. But when the repetition is, when everyone else is doing the same thing, that's what it is. When everyone else is doing the same thing, more or less, then it gets boring. I don't know why I'm making this video to clarify, not my last video, but the last video but one, just to clarify things. Just to, I'm making this video just to clarify my last video but one. And some people might say I'm being repetitious in covering a very similar subject or the same subject in a different way on another video, but I feel it has to be said. And it has been said that because I poke fun or criticism at other YouTubers, that I'm trolling. I'm not trolling anybody. I didn't mention anybody's name, and I wouldn't mention anybody's name. It's just passing comment on what I feel about what's going on in this wonderful, wonderful kingdom, which I love to live, which I'm loving living in. But regardless of how people take this criticism, and by the way, it can be positive. Fuck, I can't even see myself. It can be positive or negative criticism, regardless how people take this. As I always say, as far as I'm concerned, it's a fact. As far as I'm concerned, and I know a lot of people won't and don't agree with me. So that's the way it is. Got my bank card sorted. Had to pay 100 baht. Had a bit of problem with me banking, but it didn't amount to anything. Not to say that I by the way, I have another bank account with my Visa money in it, and I'm thinking this week of transferring a sum of money into that, just to give me an extra cushion. But then I'm saying to myself, if I do that, is that account going to be frozen 3 months before I do me visa thing? Not when they say frozen, it's not frozen indefinitely. It's frozen until you furnish them with the necessary documentation. Anyway, I don't even know if there's a need for that. Is there a need for YouTube at all? Is there a need for videos on Thailand? But in my opinion, they were relevant when they were new and fresh. Now every Tom, Dick and Harry is at it and has been at it for the last God knows how long. And I don't include everybody in this, and I don't exclude everybody in this or anybody in this. There are a lot of people on YouTube that are just making the same old stuff that everybody else is doing. And I just had to qualify that video that I made. That's what I'm doing. I'm qualifying that video that I made. I don't have a go at people for the sake of having a go at them. I have a go at them for a bit of fun. Talking about a fella making videos about fish and chips, and before I mentioned the idea of the video, didn't mention the name of the guy, I did say that he has my full respect and admiration. But of course, when people are transmitting that information that I said something like that, they omit to say the former and just say the latter. Well, not the former and what I said, in other words, that I admire and respect, but that seems to fall and disappear into the ether, and just the negative bit comes out of context. but it wasn't negative, and it's not negative. This isn't a negative video, and anytime I criticize, I offer a critique on YouTube and Thailand or anything else, it's not negative. It's not negative. It's my observation. And I don't mention any names, you see, so therefore I'm not trolling. God damn. There you go, I'm starting to rant again. Listen, lads, if you've enjoyed this, make sure you click the like button, the share button, subscribe button, do all those wonderful things. And I'll bring you back another wonderful video very soon. Happy Monday from Bangkok.